Yes, my people, it's your boy Enzo, the realest in the game, and just like that, I'm back with another one. So, my people, let's talk about Ben Shalom and his promotions boxer. What the hell is going on, man? It looks like Ben Shalom is in a bit of a pickle. He's in hot water, man. He's in deep trouble right now, and he's not looking good because a couple months ago, Sky Sports terminated his contract. They wasn't going to renew it. So he doesn't know where to hold his events now. His fighters are left in limbo. They don't know what's going to happen next. And I'm hearing rumblings that Joshua Boati has jumped ship. He's gone over to Queensbury Promotion with Uncle Frank. I saw an interview with Adam Azim, another top prospect. He's talking about potentially jumping ship and heading over to Queensbury Promotion with Uncle Frank. So for Ben Shalom, this is very worrying times, man. It could be the end for him. And I feel bad. I feel sad. Do you know why? Because when he first came into boxing, I really liked him. He's a breath of fresh air. He's young. He's ambitious. He comes from a very good background, well educated. So I thought, you know what? This guy, he's going to provide us with some competition here in terms of the promoters, you know, because one thing I don't like to see is a monopoly in any market. Any sport, you know what I mean? So if you got the likes of Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, they're just running things and they can just pick up any fighters that they want. For me, that's not good. I like it when there's a lot of promoters in boxing. That means it's healthy competition. That means the fighters have more choice and the fighters can make more money because then you have all of these promoters battling for their signature. That can only be healthy for the sport, and it's good for us, the fans, as well, because then if the fighters are spread out, we can see more fights. Do you know what I mean? It's not just one or two promoters who have all the fighters and then you get conflict of interest and all that type of shit. Do you know what I mean? So the only thing, yeah, I will say about Ben Shalom is maybe he beat a bit more than he can chew. So he's taking on very established companies. You know what I mean? Very established promoters. Someone like Uncle Frank with Queensbury Promotion. These guys have been around for donkey's years, man. Eddie Hearn, again, Matchroom. They've been around for donkey's years. Eddie Hearn himself was a breath of fresh air when he came on the scene. You know, even though Matchroom has existed for donkey's years before Eddie Hearn taking over from his dad, who now does other things, you know, but Eddie Hearn came in the game with AJ. Come on, AJ won the Olympics. It was big, you know, so for Eddie Hearn, it was a bit more of an easier pathway into boxing than for Ben Shalom, who has no history. I believe so. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments, please. But yeah, Ben Shalom taking on these guys, not to mention the likes of Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. They've got power. You're talking about someone like an old fox, Bob Arum, top rank. So it couldn't have been easy for Ben Shalom. However, he made it work, man. He took on these established guys and he kind of made it work, and he built a very solid stable, some good fighters in there, some good prospects in his stable. You know, the likes of Adam Azim, like I just said, Ben Whitaker, Chris Eubank Jr. is in there, Caroline Dubois, Vidal Riley, Chris Billum Smith, Callum Simpson. You got Fraser Clark in there, Richard Riakpo, Joshua Boati was once in there, Natasha Jonas. Listen, Martin Bakole, Dan Aziz. So listen, man, boxer, they've got some good fighters in there. Good fighters. I wouldn't say like elite fighters, but they've got some established names in their stable. So on that part, Ben Shalom did really well. But I feel like he's just bitten a bit more than he can chew by taking on the likes of Eddie Hearn, by taking on the likes of Bob Arum, Frank Warren. Do you know what I mean? These guys don't like him. They don't like him. And as soon as he came on the scene, he started beefing with these guys, they just blocked him. They blackballed him. You can see they blackballed him. They just didn't like him. What makes it worse is Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren used to beef. They did not like each other. They used to go against each other. Like it was very heated. For years, there was some bitterness in there. But when Turki Al-Sheikh came on the scene, he kind of brought all these guys together, innit? Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, all of a sudden they became friends, started working together. They developed a good relationship, you know, because of their love for money. They had to work together. You know, Turki Al-Sheikh kind of forced the issue. I think that really hampered Ben Shalom. I feel like Ben Shalom would have benefited by coming into the game when there was still some division between Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. It would have really helped him. Then he could have kind of been the guy in the middle where he can play neutral, where he can be good with Frank Warren and be good with Eddie Hearn, and he could have benefited for that. But the fact that them two became friends, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn became friends, and they're getting on well, good relationship, they just blocked Ben Shalom. Absolutely blocked him, blackballed him. They wouldn't let him into some of the rooms that they were in, some of the meetings and everything like that. Turkey al-Sheikh, I don't think he likes Ben Shalom as well. So Turkey al-Sheikh kind of blocked him as well. So sometimes you just have to be careful who you battle, man. Choose your battles carefully, man. Like, sometimes be fake. I know I'm the realest in the game, yeah, and I shouldn't be saying this, but sometimes being fake could benefit you. You know, I feel like Ben Shalom, what he should have done, just be friendly with these guys, man. They're powerful guys, man. At the end of the day, be friendly with them, kind of lure them into that false sense of security. Don't reveal your plans too early. Ben Shalom revealed his plans too early, and Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren clocked it, and they were like, nah, we're blocking this guy. We don't like this guy, we're going to block him. You know, it's not just that as well. I feel like Ben Shalom and his company, they made a lot of rookie mistakes as well. The first red flag from me is when they go Martin Bakole to fight Joseph Parker on short notice. I mean, that was crazy. Martin Bakole had all the momentum at that time. Yeah, he was the boogeyman of the heavyweight division. A lot of fighters were fearing him. Yeah, he had the potential to fight for a world title. You know, he could have made a lot of money, but Ben Shalom and his team allowed Martin Bakole to fight Joseph Parker on like 24-hour notice, 48 hours, whatever it was. That was crazy. And apparently, Martin Bakole got paid $800K. That's crazy. $800K is crazy for short notice for a big name like Martin Bakole. Listen, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they will never allow one of the top fighters to fight on a 24-hour notice. Never. AJ ain't doing it, Fury ain't doing it, Dubois ain't doing it, Mosai Toma ain't doing it. It's not happening. So that was another rookie mistake from Ben Shalom. Another one, the contract situation when Ben Whittaker fought against Liam Cameron. You know, it was meant to be a 12-round fight. I mean, a 10-round fight. But then Ben Shalom and Boxer sent over a 12-round contract, which was signed by both parties. Only later, a couple of weeks later, for them to retract that contract and say, no, we made a mistake. It's really a 10-round fight. It just looked terrible. It made them look unprofessional. Do you know what I mean? It made a mockery out of their company, and they look like rookies, man. They look like kids. They look like they don't know what to do. They look like they can't manage the whole operation. You know, so that was the beginning of the end for me for Ben Shalom. You know, now a lot of the fighters are going to leave. Because he hasn't got Sky Sports. He won't be able to go to the zone because you already have Uncle Frank and Eddie Hearn over there. They're not going to let him in. No chance. So where does he go? Where does Ben Shalom go? I feel bad for the guy, man. But he is looking like it's the end, man. I hope he can pull through because he's still young. He's 30 years old. And I feel like the way he's been treated, I'm keeping it real. I feel like he's been blackballed. It's a bit unfair. They've been a bit harsh on the guy. He's young. He's going to learn from this experience, you know, some of the mistakes that he's made. I don't want to see him disappear. I want him to stay in boxing. You know, I want him to stay in boxing. Listen, I'm all about the underdogs, man. Because I see myself as an underdog. I see myself as I'm trying to kick through the door. I'm trying to make things happen. There might be people out there that are trying to block me. Do you know what I mean? I keep it real. I'm too honest. I'm too real maybe for my own good. You know, maybe there's some people out there that are trying to block Enzo. They don't want shit to happen for Enzo. They don't want me to get bigger because they see me as a threat. Whenever people are threatened, like, they'll block you, man. They'll block you. And Ben Shalom is definitely getting blocked. Definitely getting blackballed by the establishment. You know, I feel bad for him. I hope that he can pull something through because it would be a shame for his company to go under, for him to disappear, and then all these fighters go back to the likes of the Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, the Oscar De La Hoyas, then same old shit. You know, I don't want to see that happen. But yeah, it's just, they've made too many mistakes, man, over the years. Too many mistakes, rookie mistakes, administrative mistakes. The Martin Bakole one, crazy mistake, man. Do you know what I mean? But I do wish him well, Ben Shalom, and I hope he can recover. You know, all the best, Ben Shalom, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Guys, And girls, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.